Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective timeless reading. So, whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading. So, see which signs and symbols and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and help bring a little bit of clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. This could broaden your perspective, show you something with fresh eyes in a different light. It could narrow your focus, show you something you were missing in between the lines. Maybe it was in the dark, maybe it was right there all along, but in the end, always trust yourself. Trust yourself that divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start with the enchanted map. Get some clarity for the collective. A little map to what's going on in the energy inside the collective and or around the collective. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. One card, please. Thank you. Oh, Spark. This came through before. Try to use different decks of cards, guys, so that we get different messages, but sometimes the same messages want to come out. This is like a spark of inspiration. It looks like something very creative, something your energy, your heart, your passion is really into. It's like real optimism, getting a really good idea that you want to pursue, have an experience with. I feel like you're just in the moment here. Let's see. I feel like it's attraction. Hope. She looks free, like liberation. I mean, when you're playing a song, when you're playing the violin like that, just in the middle of a melody, in the middle of something, you just, everything else out here just goes away. You're just exactly in the moment. And sometimes the expression comes through just by like creativity, your connection to source, the connection to the soul inside of you is just expressing itself in the moment. It's having that moment. So you could be a violinist or play an instrument, a singer, a painter, doing something with your body. It could be in the middle of a sport, when you're in the middle of a game. It could be a conversation. It could be such an interesting conversation you have with someone. It's just like back and forth energy, excitement, ideas, attraction, inspiration. It just feels lovely. It feels lovely and exciting. But if you don't have that, and it's like you don't have that spark energy and everything feels kind of plateaued, or you feel, if it's passionate, that's a fire. If you feel like a burnout, like something's too much, then it's also addressing that and readjusting something. So you have balance. Show you this. Look how she's playing that. Let's get one more card from this deck. Clarity on 34, Spark. Clarity on this enthusiasm, being in the moment, being in the now. I mean, you're here now. Listening. And there's music here. You could be watching somebody else that's in the moment, playing an instrument or something like that, and just be like, oh, maybe that's the attraction. Like you really hear something. It's funny. It makes me think of cover songs, because sometimes you can hear a song. It's a popular song. It's on the radio. You've heard it a billion times. and then all of a sudden you hear somebody else sing that song, and you, holy moly, you hear the words. You didn't even know that's what the song was about before. So sometimes it's not about maybe the standard form of something, it's where it's coming from. It's a different form of expression of perhaps those same words that makes it like be heard. So maybe you do cover music, or you hear a cover song. I'm getting that you hear a song and that triggers something, or you hear something, or you relate to it, like it connects to an emotion you have, an experience you had, but maybe you need to hear it a different way, a different voice. Maybe you're also hearing the same person a different way. It's resonating differently. Maybe they're approaching you in a different way. Hearing, listening. There's this big, powerful elephant, but it looks so gentle. I just did think of the elephants that like to listen to the pianos. Like the first time an elephant hears like jazz music or boogie music, and they're like banging their trunks on the piano. Like they're so excited. Like, what is that? I want to do it. So maybe there is an excitement for you to try something. Maybe it's the first time you ever heard about something and you want to have the experience. That could just be anything. That could be something fun, something outside, outdoors. Let's see what's at the bottom. Protecting treasure. That's cool. Like, all right, so this is silly, but I was thinking about the cover music, and I see this, and sometimes when I sing, I do the song Umbrella by Rihanna, but I one time heard the version by Mandy Moore, and it was one of those songs like, wow, it has such a beautiful melody. You just kind of, you notice it on the radio, it's a cool song, but you don't notice how beautiful it is until you hear it by someone else. So I just thought of the song Umbrella. That's really pretty. I like the lines in that. Like, now I can't hear it. It said, took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, told you we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. Stand under my umbrella, Ella. Ay. Like that. I know I just went to a song with you guys. Every once in a while it slips out. But like, you hear something different. There's something that somebody wants to protect. It feels like a treasure. It feels like a blessing. It doesn't feel like a hoarding thing here. It feels gentle. It feels like, I don't know, like I just see like, oh, well, you have to stay out in the rain here to wait for that. Like, I'll sit in the rain with you. Like it feels really gentle. Maybe somebody feels protective over you, or you feel that way over somebody else. I mean, it can be a thing too, but I feel like it's more special than just a thing. But I mean, if it's the general meaning of this, maybe you are putting something in a safe place. Maybe it is a thing that's very meaningful to you. It could even be like jewelry, you're holding it close to your heart. And it's like sunny and raining at the same time. I feel like there should be a big rainbow here. There's like something glowing down here. Something has a special spiritual light. It's not a normal, like Midas touch gold thing. It feels like spiritual gold. It feels different. So let's see what this is about. And do you see this? See all these notes? And then you have this, the violinist. But it's like there's like fire or paint flying off of that violin. Maybe your expression is painting. Maybe you don't feel like you have any artistic abilities at all, but you just really appreciate others who have them. It makes me think of sometimes, like, I don't know why I thought of A&R. Like, sometimes the people that find musicians they're not musicians at all, but they have a great ear. They can recognize something. The people that recognize amazing paintings aren't necessarily painters, but they have an appreciation and an eye to see something and notice it in others. So let's see what I have here. I have the Whispers of Healing. Let's pull one card from this. I feel like it has a similar energy to the Enchanted Map. This one. It does look like paintings. We just saw t-shirts. Maybe some of you are making a t-shirt. Maybe you paint, or maybe you're hiring somebody to paint for you. That could be a logo too. Maybe graphic design. Maybe just poetry or words, lyrics. It could just be a symbol. Let's see. Clarity for the collective. One card, please. Well-being. Number 21, that's a 3. Well-being. Makes me think of putting energy into you. Something is good for your well-being. There's a lot of purple energy here. I mean, these cards all look really beautiful. But I'm not sure about this card, so there's nothing wrong with looking at the little booklet if you're unsure. Let's see. Maybe there's a message I'm not seeing here. 21. Maybe you're not doing something that's good for you or somebody else. Let's just get a little sense of what's going on here. Well-being. Having an upbeat nature doesn't just happen. I mean, it's this for sure. If you'd like to enjoy your life and maintain a positive outlook, it's important to take an enthusiastic approach. Stay positive, appreciative through life's dilemmas, even when it's difficult. Examine your approach. Reflect on lifestyle, worldview impacts, your attitudes, behaviors. Once you have clarity in these areas, you can let go of what is not effective and make changes towards your wellness. So it's getting rid of unhealthy energies, unhealthy habits, things that aren't in your vibration anymore, and really bringing back balance. Maintaining, going for the relationships that work, that fill you up rather than drain you, that are equal give and take. It's saying you're going to find healthy channels around you that help you feel like you're just enjoying everything more all of the time. It's a natural flow of energy. The spider webs point to life choices and places where you might be deceiving yourself. As you balance your well-being, you will untangle your webs, change your habits, and bring more wellness into your life. So you're cutting some strings, changing your flow and recognizing better situations. I mean, that's really nice. Maybe you didn't do something for your own personal well-being before. You could be distracted with the things around you, or be worried about everybody else's well-being, but not your own. Maybe some of you feel like you lost a little joy somewhere. Let's go to the summer holiday. This particular deck just makes me feel joy, so let's use this right now. Clarity on well-being, protecting treasure, spark, listening. One card to bring some focus on the energy. Help the collective have a little clarity and direction. please. Oh, yeah, you're leaving things behind. You're leaving unhealthy situations. You're leaving an old way of doing something, old habits, but you're taking those good lessons with you because these fishing poles are very useful. This is sometimes just going on a journey, learning how to navigate the storm now, better in the future if it comes again. Maybe reading the dials and the numbers and ignoring the storm the next time instead of going right into that storm. Taking a journey. This is feeling different about where you are now and using those lessons and those blessings to move forward in a different direction. It's smoother waters that are coming ahead. It's leaving the rough patches, the rough storms, but you actually gain something from them. So you are leaving stuff on the shore behind that didn't work. You could be leaving a situation, you could be leaving a job, you could be leaving like a way of being, but you're heading towards that new energy that you're feeling, and you're taking what's valuable with you. It's like getting mental clarity on something. Clarity on the Six of Swords, please. Where are you heading towards? Or what's the best direction to go to? Yeah, that's a good direction. That's the Nine of Cups. I feel like that keeps popping out. Oh, that's like you're going towards your desire. You're going towards your ultimate happiness. You're seeing what makes you feel alive, a wish coming true. Maybe it starts with one of these coconuts, but the more you live that joy, the more coconuts appear. You know, upside down, it's like you don't have to drink everything from all of the coconuts. You don't have to drink everything at the open bar or eat everything on the table at a huge feast that is definitely being prepared for you. Look at this guy. He's just sitting there with his awesome beard and his hat on the beach. And it's like he sees something on his phone. So maybe you connect to somebody on your phone. You get a call you've been waiting for. Or you finally make that call. I feel like this person is very happy to see this message. It's like he just found out somebody's coming along, or that next plan is booked, or that, you know, he's away on vacation taking a little breakaroo and he found out there's some awesome news waiting for him even when he goes back home. It's cool here. It's going to be even better upon the return. This is dreams coming true. It's seeing possibilities and it's starting to manifest them. It's living that beautiful energy. It's like hearing your song and following that. And when you follow that true love and joy, I mean, it could be just inside of you. Maybe it's really, really falling in love. That it just magnifies out there to the world. I feel like every day feels like a treasure that you want to protect and experience, dive into. You're ready for new journeys. It's at the bottom. Yeah, you have some clarity coming through. You have your big fishing pole. Like a wreath of victory. It's like an olive branch and a victory wreath. Maybe that's seaweed. You're being handed some truth. You're being handed some clarity. You're being handed the chance to actually hear a situation or a person out, to actually have a big conversation. This could actually be a brilliant idea, a brilliant plan that you need to actually put action into. Because once this clarity comes, if you don't put any energy into it, it's just, you thought of that good vacation, you thought of that good idea, that person you should call, but you never actually dialed. You thought of the perfect text to send, but you never hit send, you erased it. So this is getting that clarity, getting that idea, a conversation, seeing the truth. If this is upside down, somebody not speaking up, not following through, not being clear, not speaking what's going on in their mind or their plans. I feel like it always does connect to the heart though, or it should. I mean, you do have the big water here, so there is something emotional behind this clarity. Oh, well, that's cool. I kind of feel like I want to keep simple for this reading today. These readings are very, very long lately. Let's go to let's do a Granny's Tarot. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups, a wish coming true. Maybe you finally understand that something can be possible. You can leave things behind that didn't work and change and adapt and grow. Take the positive things with you. Sometimes you take things with you, but they're not the same. I get that fishing pole thing. I mean, it's obviously a fishing pole, but I mean, you can just give away all your time, your ideas, your energy, and give it, or you can teach. You know, you give somebody a fish, that's great, you feed them, you know, they have a little wish, but if you teach them to do something on their own, that independence helps somebody take care of themselves, and they can teach somebody else. But once that fish is eaten, then it's just gone. Card clarity on the Nine of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. I just want to show you this guy again. Look at how these cards. He's like, oh, wow! Like, they're so freaking cute. Oh, let's see. Let's go to Granny's postcard. Get some clarity on this Nine of Cups. There's clarity coming through on the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. A new journey. A new way to get across the water. Different helpful energy there. It looks like somebody's in the boat with you. Looks like helpful energy, or like someone's on board. All aboard! I don't know if you say that with a boat. I think that's a train. What's that? Two. We have two. Oh my! You're definitely... These cards are so funny. I mean, what is the Eight of Swords? Eight of Swords is feeling like you're stuck. Maybe that's what you're getting out of. You know, maybe occasionally you do get trapped in old habits or old situations or a big old mess or being unclear. It's life. So, you know, there are funny situations that happen, and then there are situations that suck and we're just trapped. You know, but look, this card is funny. All right, let me explain it. It's like a cat. It kind of looks like the cat's in a chair that kind of looks like a toilet, but I don't think it is. And it's like they're forced to get a bath. It's like the cat didn't want to get in the bath, so they have to sit on this chair, and it's like the water is just squirting them, and they're like, I don't want to take a bath. But it's like they have to sit there until this time is over, and bath time is over, and just, you know, it's like a wet cat. Some cats don't mind. My Persian cat didn't mind so much. I mean, he didn't love it, but he went with it. So Eight of Swords there is a way out. There is a way through. You just have to take a different approach. You have to have sometimes willpower and the belief that you can get out of something, that you can change something, that you have the strength to do it. There's usually the tools right around you. It's just the willpower thing, you know, mentally believing that you can do something. Sometimes, you know, the person's trapped, and I've seen cards where there's actually somebody right there as support to help them out. Like, hey, I'm kind of all tied up over here. Can you take one of those swords surrounding me and like get me out of my ropes? But I mean, if you just believe that this is never going to end, and this cat bath time is just going to last forever and ever, and you're just going to be a wet cat forever, I don't know, maybe it's just turning around and shutting something off. Maybe it will continue forever until you shut something off. And this cat thinks it's on a timer. Maybe it's not a timer. Maybe it's up to you. This cat just looks mad. Maybe you're mad because you're stuck in something, or somebody else feels like that. It's like you feel waterlogged. What's at the bottom? Well, it's okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? This is the jumper. This is the bottom. Oh, it's my favorite one. It's the girl with the hose. She's like, go already. You can get squirt with a hose if you don't make a move. Go on that journey, do that thing. That just could be like a spiritual energy. It's like, we're just gonna, you got a lot of hose energy. You need a hose down or something. Oh, you need to cleanse that energy, you know? Cleanse that situation, add a little humor. See how sometimes, you know, getting stuck and trapped or weird shit that happens forces us to change. Make a change somewhere. There's ultimate happiness here waiting. So why aren't you making that change? You're just sitting like in that constant wet bath cat shower thing. And it's like, well, if you're not going to get out, you're going to get another chance here. So don't keep getting the same situation where you keep getting squirted with a hose. But Eight of Cups typically is leaving something you worked on, you put a lot of love and attention into behind, and choosing actually to go towards this. You're leaving one thing. It can feel bittersweet when you put love into something and when you started building something. But there's something over here that you really do desire that's actually better for you now. Maybe this thing was perfect back then through this certain period of time. But things change. Maybe it's not perfect anymore. Maybe there's something better than you ever imagined. You just have to kind of take some energy and steps towards it. You do have to make a decision, or somebody's going to squirt you with a hose and push you along your way. And when this comes through, I always feel like it doesn't mean you can't go back. It's not a forever thing, but it's definitely coming back different and seeing what you left in a different way. It's just different. It's change. I see the kid going off to college. You come back, your room is still there. Your stuffed animals and stuff is still there, but you've changed. You don't want to play with the same toys. You know, you have nostalgia. You still love that stuff, but you're on a new journey. I feel like Spirit just really wants you to do this. Like they're like, it's come on, like gonna squirt you with a freaking hose already if you don't start to move. Or that's someone else just like sitting in their own sorrows here, sitting in their stuck energy, believing that they're completely trapped. But I mean, that's gonna change because you're moving along. Whatever got you stuck made you think, made you change, made a redo, moved you along somewhere else to navigate a situation differently. And then you have the Chariot. So it comes down to actually getting in the car, maybe having an awesome, like, it's like a polar bear and a grizzly bear working together. They're both bears, but they're both awesome, but they're both different. Maybe someone really different, yet the same as you, getting this fancy ass car and you're going. I see this as the big victory card. Maybe some of you are actually getting a new car, a new mode of transportation. Look at the rooster running across the road. I mean, this looks like action. It looks like a really fun journey, a really fun road trip. It looks way better than, they look way more happy than this guy. So move towards this happiness. Maybe it's just a road trip. You know, it's funny because when I see this card, my one little example is like, you finally stop stalling and learn to drive your stick shift already, you know, and then becomes natural. And I feel like this is like kind of like really having fun in a car, like a stick shift, but maybe it's not, it's metaphorically. It's your journey. It's your path towards this, which is going to be very victorious. So if you're doubting yourself, maybe doubting somebody else, doubting the possibility. This is you really taking control over rough situations for reals and being powerful enough to handle it all. I feel like generally it's the Emperor and the Empress that always ride in the chariot. Here it's a polar bear and a grizzly bear. But you have to be pretty special to get to ride in this fancy little car on this special journey. I also see like maybe the car was just stalled before. And I see this spark. Something came along, revved up that engine, got it started. Now you're ready to move. What are we at? Oh, it was a shorter reading, guys. Should we end with one more card? Yeah. Let's end with an oracle card because that was, man, it brought you to victory. You're on the road. You're at least clear of how to drive this vehicle towards your 9 of Cups. But it means you got to get out of this. Or this is the situation someone else is going through. You know, you have these 2 8s. You have to choose to go along a journey towards it. And have the inner standing to know you don't have to stay stuck in something. If it's making you feel like a grumpy wet cat. Let's get one more card. I like this deck. I like the messages on the back a lot. The power deck. Clarity for the collective on the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Chariot, which is the big one. This is the big energy. The 6 of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Protecting treasure, spark, listening, and well-being. One card, please. Aspiration. Wow, look how big that statue is. It's just the head. It just makes me think that maybe there's a huge statue underneath the ground. Makes me think of Easter Island. I think they found that all the tops they thought were heads are actually big statues underneath. I think I read about that. I hope that's right. If I'm wrong, put it below. And then you have this deer. Just kind of chilling. It has such a connection to like what's alive right now, what's living right now, the energy, nature in the present, and then this connection to the past, this ancient thing that's just still there. What is it? Aspiration. It's the white. It's white and north. It's number 33. I like that number. Check this card. The deer. How big statue is. Stone. Aspiration is. Aspiration stimulates this power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world, and it involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. It's like the spirit lodge that can hold space for your ceremonies and rituals. The spirit lodge must first have a strong foundation of capability, trust of those around you, and responsibility. Aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. It is the quiet architect of your accomplishments, and it sits at the feet of power, just as the deer stands before the remnants of an ancient and powerful civilization, come and gone. Keep your heart open, kind, and loving, so that the energy of the universe can move freely through you. It's difficult to aspire without judgment, but judgment limits you. Putting the fence around your consciousness. Give much consideration to all your choices in life and a free flow to your process of aspiration. So if you're being too judgmental on how a certain way has to be, maybe on yourself, how the past was, being too in the physical world and not adding your spirit and your truth of your soul, or being all in la la land and not putting anything into the physical world. I mean, you see those civilizations, they have beautiful things they left. But I think those people, at the end, when you end up kicking the bucket, probably left with love and their experiences. All your choices, and have the flow, free flow to your process of aspiration, stimulation, balance between physical and spiritual. Otherwise, all the things you do are just kind of hollow. They look solid, but there's nothing inside. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon. Bye.